Good morning, guys, from Disney's Hollywood Studios. Today I am here to talk about something that we really need to address here on the channel. We're going to just chill out here at Hollywood Studios, but we are here to talk about how Disney World is going to change so much. It's going to be unrecognizable in the next couple of years. And there was an announcement that was done yesterday that I need to talk about. So let's get going. So come on and join me. You know, when I first visited this park a few years ago for the first time, there were some changes. There were some things that were different. And today we're talking about a new change that's coming that's kind of crazy. Over the years, this park has increasingly changed. Like from what it originally was supposed to be, it was just studios, right? And they had animation studios inside of the park, well, right outside of the park, / inside the park, whatever you want to say. But it's kind of changed into more of a theme park, more than what it was back in 1989. Since the last time I was here, they actually have finished this refurbishment. It's been here for a couple of years, right? Can you actually use this door to go in? I think so, but this fashion spot, apparently this is something that is actually in Hollywood itself. But yeah, they finally finished this. This is right outside Keystone. So back in the day, there used to be a Sorcerer Mickey hat that sat right here, right in the middle, behind the Chinese theater. I think we can all agree that it was kind of cool, but misplaced at the same time because it blocked the view of the theater here. I just wanted to mention that because of what we're going to be talking about today. So let's turn over here towards the launch bay. So this animation courtyard is going to change within the next year. Going into 2026, this will no longer have the Star Wars launch bay. It'll no longer have the little animated area over here. Things are going to change and become the magic of Disney animation. Right here where you see the launch bay, there will be a Sorcerer Mickey hat. Different studio departments from animation headquarters. Guests will have the chance to learn how to draw fan-favorite Disney characters. Disney character meet and greets. Production gallery where portraits come to life, just like in Once Upon a Studio. Screening theater. Guests can also enjoy a short film with the whole family. And Drawn to Wonderland, an indoor playground inspired by Disney legend Mary Blair's concept art for Alice in Wonderland. So there's a lot of stuff going here, a lot of cool things that we're going to see come here to Hollywood Studios. So this is kind of crazy to think about because a lot of people had voiced their opinion that they thought that the new Monsters Inc. attraction and Monsters Inc. Land and all that stuff should have gone here. They kept the Muppets where it is. I had speculated and thought that that's not what was going to happen, that this is exactly what was going to happen with it going into the Muppets courtyard. But obviously things have changed. So now with this, with the launch bay, what's the purpose of it? Why is it here? As a Star Wars fan, I love it. I think it's great, but it doesn't make a lot of sense for what they're doing, for why they have it here, and then they have Galaxy's Edge. And I think like the biggest thing that they did and the biggest mistake that they made was setting Star Wars within a certain timeline. And I feel like that's kind of messed things up for themselves to have like Darth Vader and everything like that over there. So I don't know. I feel like things are increasingly going to change, and maybe eventually Galaxy's Edge won't be held to that, timeline. But it is what it is, But anyway, with all of this changing, I think it's a great addition to the park. I think it'll be really cool and nice. And getting back to the originality of what this particular theme park was supposed to be, which was heavily based on studios and how movie studios operate. And maybe this will fix some things. Maybe because the way it used to be, even Mulan and Lilo and Stitch were animated here at this park. That's crazy to think about. So maybe we'll get some of that back. That would be awesome to see. So my thing has become increasingly this. do they make all these major changes? Do they change everything over, for example, Tom Sawyer Island, which we just finished our last time being there a couple of weeks ago? Do they make these advances and make the park a little better, in a sense? And maybe you feel like it doesn't make it better. And I think that's where the open discussion is for this dialogue is, do they continue to change things or do they keep it the same? You know, there's one group that says, you know, don't ever touch it. And there's the other group that says this needs to be completely changed, completely new and authentic. I find myself in the middle of that camp because I feel like there's certain things that they can do that could be better. I feel like there's other things that they shouldn't touch. It's just really up to you at this point what you think that they should do. I think that's the huge point of discussion here. But anyway, let's head over to Muppet Courtyard and let's see what's going on over there. And then we'll continue to go around the park. But I just wanted to talk about that for just a minute. I just wanted to sit down and just kind of clear that out. That there's two different versions of this. But let's get going. I've made it over here to the Muppet Courtyard. And I just kind of wanted to zoom in a little bit to show you some things. Steel frames have been raised up there. And you can't really see much because it's behind construction walls. One thing you can see behind the construction walls here is still, they have the Muppet Vision sign still up over there. And they do have the Pizza Rizzo sign still up, so they haven't taken that down yet. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like much has changed in there from the top. But I might have a different angle for you. You still can see the marquee in there. So they haven't changed that over. Like I said, you can see, or you can't see anything they've changed here, but let's go way up here with Bio-Reconstruct and show you. If you have been following us for a little while now, you know this, but if you're new to the channel, let me introduce what we do here on this channel. Is during the construction of Epic Universe, which is Universal's newest park, we would do sometimes 1 to 2 updates a week on the construction that was going on at Epic Universe. And we did that all the way up till the grand opening, which my wife and I were invited by Universal to come out and check out the park, which was an amazing thing. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to tap into my old buddy Bio-Reconstruct, and we are going to look over these walls from a helicopter view that he has taken pictures of. And this is very interesting, very cool. It's just public information. It's out there. You can find it, Bio-Reconstruct, on X or Instagram. You can follow him. But when he starts doing these updates for these parks, we're going to come out here and we're going to talk about it in real time. But before we do that, I wanted to show you the construction walls that they actually have up here because I think they're pretty cool. Well, if you don't know, Monsters Inc. is going here. A whole new Monsters Inc. land is going here. Here is a look at the concept art. You can see they're still keeping the Muppet Theater building here, and they're changing some things. This fountain is going to change. Well, it's going to be the same, but it's changing. Then here's the attraction at the back, and we'll kind of talk about that once we leave too. And it says, "I'm watching you, Wazowski." That's awesome. So slated for 2027. So we have a couple of years to do these construction updates on this and to get you guys all the way to that mark. So I decided to come back over here where I was sitting earlier because it is so hot out here right now. I mean, it says it's going to get up to like 90 today, obviously, but like the humidity here is just, it's brutal. It's unbearable. So don't pull a me. Make sure you bring water with you because I didn't bring water. I do have this fan with me today, which is great. It's helping a little, but not a ton. I'm going to actually increase it to level 6 right now because it's so much. I forgot that neck fan that me and Angie were given a while ago. But anyway, I wanted to talk about the construction updates. I want to talk about what Bio-Reconstruct has shown us from above. Now, if you look at the concept art, you see that the fountain is still going to kind of stay there, but they're changing it up a little bit. And this first photo here, you can see over top here that everything has been removed as far as brickwork goes on the ground. You can see it just a little bit, but there is still the fountain area that is there and kind of the outline of that, but they've removed all of the brick from that. So it kind of looks like a barren wasteland at this point. It looks pretty sad. Actually, if you look at that, it does look really sad. It's kind of awkward the way it looks now. But they haven't touched the buildings yet. So the buildings are pretty much going to stay the same here. Give the concept art somewhat the same. They're still going to kind of be there. You know, they're not going to really go anywhere. So they are going to utilize those in some capacity, which is really cool to see that they're doing that. Now you're asking, like, looking at these photos, you're like, John, how are they going to incorporate the actual ride and stuff like that? We'll get to that in a minute. But on the flip side of this, you can see a different side of that photo. And as I showed you earlier, that the marquee is still there. And just really honestly, the brickwork just being torn up and everything. So they are making movements on it. Not as fast as maybe that they could make, but they are making movement on it. So that is a pretty, I would say a pretty encouraging thought, maybe. I don't know if that's, if you want to say encouraging thought. But let's look at this one right here. This is of the actual parking lot. And if you look out in the parking lot, this is behind that area there. There's like a yellow thing, a little square that BioReconstruct actually carved out here for us. And you can actually look and see that this is probably where that building is going to go for the actual Monsters, Inc. ride. So they're going to clear all of this out. They do have that cleared out now. I actually drove through there by accident the other day, and they have that all cleared out where you can't even sit there or you can't even park there. So they have it blocked off, because usually that's cast member parking. So they have that completely blocked off there. So that is very interesting to see what they're going to do. So that is the proposal of what they're probably going to do with that area and where it's going to go. But I would like to know what you guys think down in the comments. Are you sad that Muppets is gone? But at the same time, are you happy to see Monsters Incorporated come? Because I think that's a really cool thing. Before we finish up today, I'm hearing there's a code orange here at Hollywood Studios. So we got to check that out. Who would have thought that Walt Disney World would have been so busy in the middle of July? I mean, come on. All right, let's go into Mickey's of Hollywood or Disney & Co., whatever this side is, and see if there's anything in here. First of all, when am I ever going to break down and buy this t-shirt? I love it so much. Eventually I will. I didn't know that they had this blanket. That's cool. It feels really soft. Okay, Angie sees this. She's going to be like, babe, you need to get it. It's 50 by 60. It's super soft, though. I love the feel of that. And then this hat. Okay. I need this hat. I know this stuff's been out for a little while, but I haven't had a chance to really look at it. That's awesome. $29.99 for that hat. Okay, and this hoodie here, come on. I need this for when it gets a little cooler out. I do not have a Disney World jacket anymore. Since I've lost weight, they're all too big for me, so it's time to update this. $79.99, but here's the front of it. I love that. All right, we do have some Code Orange stuff here. We scare because we care. I actually love this one so much right now. That is amazing. Also, here is just a plain Walt Disney World Halloween t-shirt. They don't have the prices on these, I don't think. No, not on these, but just plain Walt Disney World t-shirt. That is nice. Halloween t-shirt, I should say. And then this one too, orange. Yo, look at this. The Max's Powerline mug. That's cool. $24.99 for that. Oh my gosh, man. I forgot how good Disney is at merchandise. Well, it was just a small thing, but that has got me super excited for Halloween here at Walt Disney World. We've been covering Halloween Horror Nights over at Universal, but now it's time to start gearing in on Halloween here at Walt Disney World with a big event called Mickey's Not So Scary happening this year. I'm super excited for that. All right, I'm gonna load up on the tram. I actually made it this time. Okay, I have almost made it back to the car. So let's talk about the future of Walt Disney World and how everything's going to work out here. I think the future is bright. I think they are making huge advances and changes. Do they need a fifth park? Maybe, but they really don't. There are some rumblings about a fifth park coming, but man, that would probably be way off in like 2030 of some sort of 2031, 2032. It's a while away. But what I see is people trying to change things and make things better. Things that were messed up during the Chapek era. I think that really messed with the company. And I feel like some things, even as far as their movies go and the TV show quality, everything went downhill with Chapek. Now that Iger's back, you know, everyone's like, well, Iger was behind some of the decisions made, you know, just secretly, whatever. I mean, I don't know. But I know that they've kind of course corrected. They've seen some things. I do think somewhat that Epic Universe has some impact on what they're doing here. I don't think it's directly from that. I don't think that's the biggest thing, but I do think it has some impact on what they're doing here at Walt Disney World. And they should challenge each other. It should be a, you know, moving my chess piece, you move yours, you know, kind of thing. And they should do that. They definitely should. But I don't think it's as extreme as everyone else tries to make it to be. But I think that this is awesome. As theme park fans, whether you like Disney World, Universal, SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, whatever. Or if you're like me and you love all of them, this is the best time to be a theme park fan because we are getting stuff new all the time. So I'm excited. You should be excited too. So let me know down in the comments what you think, if you're excited about this, if you're ready for the changes here. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, hit that like button and the notification bell so you know when our next video is coming out. And remember, the road goes ever on. I will see you in the parks.